I welcome to you all to the day's session. Today, I would like to have some discussion with you regarding the common errors. Common errors in English, a grammar class, and all the secondary students can avail it. Here I have written 8 sentences are written here. So the first sentence, I cut and paste the matter. I cut and paste the matter. First sentence. Next sentence, friend, happy belated birthday. Friend, happy belated birthday. Next sentence, please consider me as your friend. Please consider me as your friend. Next one, he is a coward man. He is a coward man. Next sentence is, he denied my offer of help. He denied my offer of help. Next sentence is, drinking tea is an English habit. Drinking tea is an English habit. And the seventh one is, children should obey to their parents. Children should obey to their parents. Next one is, please remember me to bring some cakes. Please remember me to bring some cakes. So 7 sentences are written here, written on the board. Could you find the error in the first sentence? What would be the error of this sentence? This, I cut and paste the matter. I cut and paste the matter. That is one of the common usage that we are all using. If we go that literally, if you go, and a person who is not having the sufficient knowledge regarding the content matter, then there may be the chance of deleting it. So, when you want to move and save a matter, you have to use. In computer, normally that a cut and paste option may be there. When in case of grammar, this question is asked, you have to write, I copy and paste the matter. The right answer for this sentence is, I copy and paste the matter. I copy and so could you find the difference between the sentence to 2 sentences? I cut and paste the matter. That is the wrong usage. The right one is, I copy and paste the matter. Next sentence, friend, happy belated birthday. Friend, happy belated birthday. This is one of the common use, one of the usage that we frequently using. So whenever we forget to wish our friend on the day of his birthday, the next day you may remember, oh, that his birthday was, it was his birthday yesterday. Then in such respect, sometimes we are using the sentence like the friend, happy belated birthday. Friend, happy belated birthday is used. But here, could you find the difference, could you find the error in this sentence? Happy belated birthday. Just you think for a while how to find the part where the error is. Will it be possible to belate the birthdays? Birthdays can never be belated. So, according to this sentence, happy belated birthday, so his birthday is belated. So, the error lies in this part. This part lies the error. So, the answer is friend, belated happy birthday. You people also using this frequently. Now we are all, most of us are familiar, most of the time we spend at least an hour or two we spend in the gadgets and all. We used to wish to our friends and all. And this usage, we are using this usage. So go for that. Friend, belated happy birthday. Because he was late to wish him on his birthday. He forgot his birthday, and next day or after a couple of days he remembered it, and after that you use belated happy birthday. He was late wishing him on his birthday. So I hope you are able to understand the part how the first sentence was error, how it is got corrected. And next, consider me as your friend. Please consider me as your friend. Consider. This word in this, try to find the error that. Here in the sentence, please consider me as your friend. Most of the time, we think consider as regarded as. So, the meaning of consider is regarded as. So, when using consider, you no need to add as. Understand? Got the point? In the word consider itself means regarded as. So, consider me your friend. Consider me your friend. So, consider meaning is here regarded. Please regard me as your friend. Please regard me as your friend. Please consider me your friend means please regard me as your friend. Okay? I think you have understood the difference between the previous sentence and this one. And now he is a coward man. He is a coward man. Actually, what is he is a coward man. Where lies the error? Whether you are able to find out the error in this sentence? Here in this sentence, coward itself, coward is a noun. Coward is a noun. And the adjective of which is cowardly. So, you have to write is the answer as he is a cowardly. He is a cowardly man. Could you follow me? You got the idea? Can you differentiate the both sentence, the previous one, the next one? Okay, the next sentence. What is the next sentence? He denied my offer of help. He denied my offer of help. What do you mean by deny? Can you find the error in this sentence? He denied my offer of help. Find the place, find the part where the error is hidden. Have you got it? See the meaning of the word denied. What do you mean by the word deny? What do you mean by deny? When the word deny, a denial of an accusation, when you are accused, when somebody accuses you doing something, or when an accusation is inflicted on you, you are using denial. Denial of a crime. When you deny, suppose when you are accused of stealing or accused of doing something, when you say no, in the sense, when you say no, that is a denial. Denial is used when an accusation comes, denial. But when an offer is there, when someone offer you, and that time if you refuse, then you have to use, instead of deny, you have to use refuse. He refused my offer of help. The right answer is he refused. Remember, when on offer, if you do not want to accept an offer, there you are using refuse. An accusation, a crime is accused, and then you say no, that is denial. He refused my offer of help. Don't use deny in this. Deny is to answer in negative or say something is not true. Something is not true, there we use deny. Or we use deny in the negative sense. Okay? So, next sentence is drinking tea is an English habit. This is drinking tea is an English habit. Remember the habit. Where do we use the word habit? Habit is related to a person, an individual. Habit is related an individual. So when it is used in the sense drinking tea is an English habit. English habit means here by the sentence we mean that the almost all the people, the way of living of the style, or what do we say? Instead of habit is not the right word to use it in the sense it is applicable to the entire people of England. English here means the people of England. The whole society, it goes whole society. So we have to write drinking tea is, instead of drinking tea is an English habit, you have to say drinking tea is an English custom. Not the difference. When habit is used to individuals, custom to a society, to a country. So drinking tea is an English. Drinking tea is an English custom. Okay? Next sentence, children should obey to their parents. Children should obey to their parents. Here, when you use obey, you don't use the preposition to. The children should obey their parents. You no need to add to after obey. But obedience is followed by the preposition to. But only obey is there, then you do not add any preposition to the sentence. Okay? Next sentence. Please remember me to bring some cakes. Please remember me to bring some cakes. Could you find out the error in this sentence? Could you remember me to bring some cakes? Here, please remember me to bring some cakes. Could you find the place where the error is there? See the word remember. See the word remember. What do you mean by remember? Remember, the meaning of the word remember is to have in mind. Remember means to have in mind. So, remember, generally, we have to say, please remember me. But what would be the right thing here in this sentence? Here the sentence is, the person who speaks this sentence, please remember me to bring some cakes, he means, he reminds the person that don't forget to bring some cakes. Here it is used to remind the person. So here in this sentence, not the remember, please remind me to bring some cakes. Got the idea? Please remind me to bring some cakes. Person ki kiba koise hol na time to de to last for koi na ye duta to na lage diye pause kora nai pause to korilu na kiman time ase sa hoi goise that is okay, then wind up kori. So my dear children, you just the common errors, whenever you find the common errors, you just study the sentence very well. The error may be related, the prepositional error may be there, adverbial error may be there, verb may be used, wrong usages of verb may be there, the wrong usages of tense may be there, your agreement of the verb with its subject may be there, and the word order may be there, wrong application of adverbials, adjectives, sentence structure, and all those things may be there. You just find the part, just study the sentence and find the part where the error is and apply in your usual writing, usual learning process. Okay, thank you for listening.